What's up, everybody? It's your girl Q1, and I am back with another episode of Belle Collective Season 6, Episode 4, Trouble in Belle-adise. Before I start, y'all make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell button so you can be updated on every video I drop. Y'all make sure you like the video so I can stay in the algorithm, okay? So, y'all, the episode picks back up with Glendale arguing with Javon because remember, Javon was the one who said, I saw the DMs. And so he get up and he goes over to Javon and stands over her like, Glendale, why are you standing over this woman? You a grown ass man. Control your emotions and sit your ass down. Like Glendale thoroughly pissed me off this entire episode. Okay? So Glendale said in his confessional the accusations are bullshit and that he don't like being lied on. Well, if you actually stop doing the most with your simple ass, then you won't be lied on. You've done a lot. And Javon, we get back to Javon, she said that she tells Marie, he's been trying to get with Amanda. And Glenn. You know how Glenn operates. So all of this ain't even necessary. Anyway, we get a montage of Glendale embarrassing Letitia all throughout the years of their marriage. I can imagine how he was before the show even came on. And now he's probably 10 times worse. He's probably trying to hide it. And the fact that he's getting caught every time he try to figure out a new way to cheat or do some raggedy ass shit behind this lady back. It's very fascinating to me. Glendale is a piece of work and he's not to be trusted. So Amanda tells Letitia she's always tried to keep it at a bare minimum with Glenn, but Glenn has always been in her DMs. And the first time Glenn would have came in my DM would have been the last time he came in my DM. Because for you with your raggedy ass, your responsibility was to let that lady know or stop it at the front door. Not entertain it because it's giving, I entertained it. So and I feel like you're lying. Somebody's lying because the conversation you're having in front of Letitia, that's not the conversation you had with your friend Latrice. When you was like, oh, he was all in my DMs and I look like this, but Letitia looked like that. It lends me to believe that more happened besides him sliding in your DMs. I don't care what nobody say. I think you let him hunch. I think you let him smash. Something happened. Anyway, Latrice walks over to Amanda and Letitia to try to explain the situation or whatever is happening. And so Letitia is like, no, she's pissed. And she wants Latrice to leave so her and Amanda can have the conversation. Amanda shows Letitia some text messages, but apparently these text messages were from 2023. I don't think anything. I think eventually something was said in 2025, but these were old text messages. So again, y'all may have stopped texting. Stop DMing because you're showing her DMs. You're not showing her text messages, which means you're still protecting this clown. Both of y'all. At some point, the DMs have stopped. And then y'all started exchanging phone numbers. Because my thing is you can't even look that girl in her eye. Every time you talk to her, you can't look her in the eye. Letitia says she's aware of Glendale's unfaithful past. However, they recommitted this year. She said if those messages would have been after the recommitment, then everything would have gone left. No, it wouldn't. Because every time you take him back, every time you forgive him, he finds another way to cheat on you or mess around on you or do some snake shit on you. I don't understand. If you get your self-esteem out of the toilet, then maybe you could get some balls to leave this raggedy ass nigga. I'm just saying, like, you thrive on women's empowerment, but you can't even empower your damn self to leave this damn relationship. You're like those raggedy ass women who will stay as long as you don't see nothing and as long as nobody don't come and embarrass you, right? Everything is all good. But now your nervous system is out of whack, which is why you are mad, which is why you're crying. You's a dummy bitch. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Letitia is pissing me off. You want to cry and you want to sit here on your sob story, but you don't want to leave. Which for me, is this just a storyline, or your self-esteem is really, like, you're really lame and your self-esteem is really low, which makes you extremely lame, especially at your big ass age. Letting Glendale treat you like a damn option. Anyway, Letitia tells Amanda she saw all of those old DMs, and she felt like Amanda is giving thirsty. You know what? If Amanda is giving thirsty, so are you. And I don't give a damn if that's your husband or not. You are just as thirsty as she is. So Amanda tells Letitia she respects her, but she still, but you still can't look the lady in her eye. But you respect her, but you sat on her husband's dick. But you respect her. You don't respect nobody but yourself. You are just like Glendale. You are a snake just like Glendale. I'm looking at you. You're looking for a moment. Like when I tell y'all everybody is going to get it, it's not going to just be one-sided. This is going to be passed out. So Letitia says she can't trust Glendale, but she don't think Glendale and Amanda had anything going on in the past. Ma'am, the fact that you are allowing these two to lie to you, you still want to sit here and make yourself a victim. You're no victim. You're no victim. Anyway, Latrice tells Letitia that Amanda is not a shady person and Amanda hasn't moved foul. Latrice, shut the fuck up. Because she is foul. And given that that's your friend, you're just as foul and fake as her. But then she said, well, but that's your husband for 30 years. You're right. That is her husband. And just like she got a raggedy ass husband, so do you. And Letitia said, she says that she's not that type of girl that will believe a guy. She says she's the type of girl that will get an understanding. Yeah, you will get an understanding to make yourself feel better so you can stay with Glendale. You are absolutely that type of girl. Talk about I'm not that type of girl that will believe him. You do every time you take him back, just like tonight. You took him back. Anyway, Letitia thinks that Mandy and Latrice is moving foul. You don't say. You don't say. So Latrice tells Letitia that Glenn has recently contacted Mandy. Again, why wasn't all of this said by Mandy? You're throwing your own friend under the bus because you're probably still mad at Letitia. And you can be mad at her. Hell, I'm not mad that you're doing it to her. I'm not. What pisses me off is that you're acting like you're throwing a rock and hiding your hand as if you're not being snaky, as if you're not being sneaky, and you're being sneaky. So yeah, when the people say you phony, I'm going to go ahead and go along with that based on what you have given over the years. Anyway, so we see Cliff, and I want to say that was Essie's husband. Cliff whispers to Glendale and tell him not to get upset. He tells Glendale to stay calm and beat that shit. He's getting upset and it's making him look guilty. Glendale said he ain't guilty and he ain't on shit. Glendale, you're lying. Cliff, shut up. because you're just trying to cover shit for him. And I said in the first episode, this has Cliff name all over it. You may not have set them up recently, because I thought that he set them up recently. You may have set them up a long time ago, but you knew what was happening. Just like Latrice knew what was happening. And quiet as it's kept, I think Letitia knew what was happening. Because you're going to act surprised, and then you're going to say you saw the DMs. So if you saw the DMs, why are you so surprised now? You knew if you saw those DMs that Glenn showed you that he was sending to Amanda, that's what you said, then you knew they had a prior past. So somebody's lying. All of them are lying. Everybody's lying, if you ask me. I'm sorry. I think Letitia knew that Glendale and Mandy had something going on. You just want to try to play in our face and act like, oh my God, I just found out. I'm so hurt and I'm so confused. Girl, anything you get from Glendale is everything you deserve. And we gonna get there too. So Mandy tells Letitia, she's never been that girl because she respects marriages. Bitch, you don't even respect yourself. Entertaining a married man, getting out of a relationship because your person cheated, which I think you probably cheated on your person with a nigga. That's what I think. I don't think you was cheated. You may have been cheated on by that person, but I think you had your hands ain't clean in that either. I think you was doing some cheatation as well. You don't respect nobody but yourself. You don't give a damn about nobody but yourself and what you can get. You give me that type of girl. Like, you've been on bullshit for me since day one. Anyway, she said because if I wanted Glenn, I could have had Glenn. That is a true statement. Because Glenn would bust it open busted wide open for a grape if he could, with his nasty ass. Girl. Anyway, Glendale said he's tired. So apparently Glendale sent a DM or a message to Amanda on February the 3rd. First of all, shout out to my mama, because that's my mama's birthday. Okay, shout out to her, my girl in heaven. Okay, y'all already know. It's my girl. Okay. Anyway, and Amanda admitted that Glendale did try to talk to her February the 3rd. Letitia and Amanda walked towards Glenn. And you can hear Cliff telling Glendale to stay calm, because they coming to expose you, which once again lends me to believe that you and Amanda did more than just DM'd. I'm sorry, because he got too upset, if you ask me. So Letitia asked, was Mandy lying? And Glendale is all on his stance, saying ain't shit to clear up, and he pissed off, but he's still standing like this with his hand like this, like he in a stance like he won't whoop somebody's ass. Amanda tells her, ask your husband, because she keep talking to Amanda, and that was another thing that pissed me off. You're standing right here by your husband, but because he's not going to be honest with you, and you're talking to Amanda. So every conversation you had to go directly to Amanda, but you wouldn't address your husband because you know what's going on, and you know he on bullshit because you're on bullshit, and so is Amanda. I'm just saying. I'm gonna say this. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna hold my applause. So Carrie Marie meet up. They go check on Letitia. So she starts to cry because she felt like those ladies showed up and she didn't have to tell them to. So now you're going to sit here in this whole entire scene and play the damn victim, which pissed me off even more. Even more. You can dish shit, but you can't take when that shit is at your doorstep. That shit pissed me off. Anyway, She haven't talked to Glenn because Glenn got up and went to work that morning. So Latrice was calling Letitia. She said she ain't answering the phone, talking about, oh, Latrice is calling me. She said it's so hurtful. So I'ma hold it. Cause again, that bitch pissing me off. She pissing me off, y'all. So Carrie starts rambling and tell Letitia, I'm proud at the way you're handling everything. Girl, Carrie, sit your dumb ass down, because you're sitting here taking the straw and sucking out little Letitia's ass because she want to sit here and play the victim, knowing her nigga ain't shit and he is not to be trusted. Anyway, Letitia says she don't want to be a part of a collective that move like that. And Carrie was like, you started the collective. And Marie said it wouldn't be a collective if it wasn't for her. And if Letitia leaves, there will still be a collective. But let's be clear, this is no friend group anyway. Letitia said at the end of the day, no friend could come to her and do this to them. And now she can't trust Latrice because Latrice betrayed her. How many times has Latrice showed you her hand? Sound about right? Sound about right. Showed you her hand a whole bunch of times. But because you are a snake, and because you operate the same way Latrice operate, you just didn't think it was going to happen to you. But says the fool that don't think karma ain't going to circle back like a big old hoe. Because, let's be clear, didn't you get your friend, just like Latrice, very reminiscent of season 1. Didn't you get your friend to come on the show? Your decorator friends who come on the show to go at Tam Tam to say how she was messing with Greedy? You did that. You orchestrated that. Right? But that wasn't enough for you. Because after you did that, you and bum ass Marie went to go look for Tambra's abuser, because y'all felt like she wasn't giving enough of her life, her story. Y'all felt like she was a liar. So y'all went and got her abuser and talked to him and brought him onto the show. Right? So that wasn't enough. But you brought, what's her name? Akeisha on. And I kept saying I wasn't going to talk about Akeisha, but we got to talk about Akeisha. You brought Akeisha on. And she made you look bad with Ferris Street because your broke ass couldn't pay for a doorknob or a piece of a windowsill. You couldn't do that. So guess what you did? You and Latrice, y'all got together, even though y'all wasn't probably in the best of spaces, and y'all got this lady kicked off the show. But she quit. Y'all did some snake shit and then tried to get somebody to go into Willie's DMs. Am I right or am I wrong? Because I feel like I'm right. You've been having it out for Akeisha the moment she shitted on you with that Ferris Street shit. Am I right or am I wrong? Because I feel like I'm right. But you gonna sit your black ass on these people television show and you gonna cry acting like you're such the victim, like you've been victimized. All I'm saying is be careful how you treat people. You're talking about how you can't trust nobody, but the one person who's supposed to show up for you and supposed to protect you, that's the one you can't trust. He's supposed to show up for you, but he goes out of his way to be cruel to you by doing sneaky snake shit behind your back. And when you catch wind of it and you approach him about it, he lies in your face. He plays in your face. And then you come to us and you want to play in our face. But like the saying say, when you dig a ditch for others, you need to dig one for yourself. And I'm always here for every time Glendale make you look stupid. Why? Because we watch you take him back and he make you look stupid again. He don't respect you. And you want other people to respect your marriage. He don't even respect your marriage. Y'all, this shit pissing me off to the T. This review is pissing me off. She is pissing me off. And all I want, and I'm going to say this. Yes, I might be pissed off, but what I don't like is when you allow someone to mishandle you. I am not a fan of that. I will walk away from anybody if you ever think that you're going to mishandle me. So maybe I am a little triggered. Like maybe this has triggered me. But at the same time, Letitia, you're not finna play in our face with this. You look crazy. You got Glendale out here making you look crazy. And I am of the belief that you will never grow as long as you have that raggedy ass nigga around you. He is a leech. He is a vampire suck. Girl, you let that man take all of your years away from you. And you look good, but girl, whatever. So Marie said this was a setup and she don't want to be harsh, but she's wrong for saying that Latrice. I could be wrong for saying this, but I've been telling you Latrice isn't Snake, so I'm sorry, not sorry. So this is another thing, and I'm going to say this. When Marie sat her ass at that table with Amanda and Latrice, I felt like they told her then. I feel like Marie knew something. We're not even gonna sit here and act like your hands was clean too and you wasn't culpable. Okay, I hope I'm using that word right. But I'm just saying, yeah, I know that her and Letitia are friends, but I'm telling y'all, something in my spirit says that Marie knows because Amanda told her. And how is it that conveniently your cousin Javon is conveniently with Amanda, and you gonna act like you know, but you about to pawn this shit off of your hands, so you won't look like you did some snake shit too, and say, oh, only Latrice? No, I'm telling you, I'm passing this around because I feel like you knew. I felt like you knew, and if you knew, you ain't shit too, because you could have told your damn friend. But you're like most people. I'm not going to tell her because she's going to stay with that nigga. And you can't tell me nothing different. I know you knew. You may not have knew by way of Amanda or by way of Latrice. But I'm pretty sure Javon may have told you. Because you can't not tell me that you did not know Javon and Amanda didn't have nothing going on. You gonna sit here. You gonna act like going to Latrice's house. Oh, I did not know y'all was together. You a fucking lie. You a lie. I'm sorry, y'all. I just believe that I truly believe Marie knew something. But Marie didn't want to say nothing because she knew her friend was going to take this raggedy ass nigga back. But we going to pawn this all off on Latrice. Anyway, Latrice goes and talks to Amanda for damage control. This conversation was a dumb conversation because both of y'all look stupid. And you gotta admit you have responsibility in this too. Latrice keeps talking about how Cliff not coming home. Girl, we don't give a damn. You probably don't even give a damn that Cliff not coming home. You just need a storyline. Like, it don't even matter at this point. Latrice said the Bells are gonna blame her for everything. Duh. Well, I don't know why you surprised. Because you a snake too. Did I not mention that? You are a snake too. I am starting not to like Latrice. The only reason I like Marie is because she's showing her best self. But this episode pissed me off because I felt like Marie knew. Letitia, I do not like her. But right is right and wrong is wrong. But I'm going to dish out everything to everybody. Latrice was like, oh, well, I didn't make up the questions. Yeah, you probably didn't make up the questions, but somebody came to you with that very question so that can be thrown in the game. You was trying to figure out a way to tell your friend without you being exposed. Either way, if you would have told her a while back, she still would have been mad at you. Because at the end of the day, she's never going to get mad at Glendale. She's going to take it out on everybody else. Anyway, That question was messy. All the other questions wasn't messy. That one was, and that was intentional. That was intentional. And I wish you would admit that, but she don't, and that's what make me look at her side eye. I mean, that's what make me side eye Latrice, because of stuff like this. So Mandy said she didn't do nothing wrong. I beg to damn differ. You started this whole thing. Let me not say that, because we gotta start with A, and we gotta go to the beginning, because Glendale was the one. Glendale, we gonna put all the responsibility. Most of this shit lies on the back of Glendale. Anyway, you did. She apologized to Latrice and said she would have pulled Letitia to the side. No, you wasn't. Your mission was to come on here and embarrass that lady about her husband. I'm not mad at it, because I was thoroughly entertained. However, don't sit here and play in our face and lie and act like you wasn't here for that. You was here with the shits. But then when Letitia came, you started to backpedal, acting like, oh, because I like you and we cool. No, the fuck y'all not cool. You don't like her like that. You couldn't even look that lady in her eye. Again, what you leads me to believe, it was more than just DMs going on. Y'all just transferred the shit a long time ago. Y'all been talking via text. And y'all can't tell me nothing different. Y'all been said that's why the DM stopped after 2023. Because y'all been talking, probably texting. Text messages that nobody is ready to pull. Nobody said nothing about text messages. That's why Glendale got mad. That lady. I'm sorry. Because you was way a little bit too frustrated when you said you were attracted to him. And I'm not putting this on your back, because Glendale is the responsible party in his marriage. But you had your hand in it. That's why I'm coming down on you. So Amanda says that Glendale had his hand around her waist. Again, another thing that you welcomed. That because you guys are he's so comfortable with putting his hand around your waist. Again, y'all had something going on. Y'all, and you're trying to act like the victim, like he just came behind you. Girl, get the fuck out of our face with this stupid ass shit. It's the lies for me. So Latrice said Glendale is pissed and he's not answering his phone. Yeah, because he's trying to figure out a lie to go tell Letitia. He ain't pissed. He trying to gather himself so he can go back and lie to his wife, which we already know she gonna take him back like a dummy, because her self-esteem is low. You can't empower me. At this point, this hoe can't even empower my damn dog. Okay? Shout out to my dog, Ava. So we get to Matt and Whitley Gilbert scene. Child, Carrie just irks me. Okay? Her in this pink lipstick, but she looked good in her confessional with the black hair. I do like that. And she looked good with her little white outfit and her little curly hair. Now, I was there for that. But that pink on pink shit is aggravating. She pisses me off. And she just... Anyway. He's training somebody. Carrie arrives with a smoothie. Something also made me feel like these two will be comic relief. Carrie talks to him about the other night. She didn't like what Amanda did. You are that type of woman too. You will overlook what a nigga has done and you will go and blame the other woman. That's another thing that's pissing me off, because Marie did the same thing. Everybody wants to put this on Amanda's doorstep. We will not do that. So Matt said he reached out to Glenn because he felt bad for Glenn. Why? This the type of stupid nigga shit that y'all be pissing me off. Because why do you feel bad for him? You don't feel bad for his wife, but you feel bad for Glendale. It's giving, we're gonna kiss their ass since they're the it couple. They're not the it couple. They are the ain't shit couple. Okay? So Carrie, she jokes and she tells Matt, so you slid in his DMs. Yeah, that was funny. I thought that was cute. So Carrie says she don't have that type of She say she glad that they don't have that type of in their marriage. Fine, girl. Y'all look like y'all have a nice little cute little setup going, and I'm not mad at it. As long as it's cute, as long as it's nice, and y'all don't let this show or anybody come between y'all. Have at it. It seems as though Matt gets overstimulated by his wife and his kids because they all over the place. And they talk about how one person is always on their phone, but the other person isn't. It's just so, scrolling aimlessly on their phone, I guess. Cedric and Marie. So Cedric is apparently he's a professor. We call it a styling teacher, and his hair school is next door to his dilapidated fixer-upper. Okay, so we see the dilapidated fixer-upper that Cedric lives in. Y'all know that was the one from season 1. We did not know there was another house right there. And if that's a hair school, why isn't there a sign outside that says Ceddy's Hair School for Girls or Ceddy's Hair School, and do he cut hair? Because let me just say this. Cedric's hairline looked like this old high school teacher. I think he died because I think it was smoking crack or something. I don't know. Shout out to Mr. Sanders. Y'all, I don't know if y'all went to the same school I went to. Drop it down and tell me. I don't know what happened to that man, but Lord, please forgive me. He have the same McDonald's hairline. Like, it looks like the McDonald's arch. And I'm willing to believe that said don't cut hair, but sir, you need to, fix that. Fix it. Fix that. Okay? I'm just saying. But Cedric is a professor at the cosmetology school. Shout out to Medea. Okay? And he about to Beijing his beard. Okay? He don't want no gray hairs. He want to take some youth off of him. Sir, I'm telling you, Cedric is not an ugly man. Cedric looks good. Okay? What would make him look better if he would just line that shit up. Move this and fix it. You a hairstylist. Okay? You a hairstylist. Okay? I guess. Marie said that her and Cedric are in sync with one another. That's fine, Marie. That is great to know. She said she told Cedric that he need to get rid of that twin size sleigh bed. Okay, he said that shit gotta go because you had too many hoes, too many men. I don't know. Once again, the people had said you was but you had too many people up on that bed. Okay, so Cedric asked, why does that bed trigger her? That's why. You had too many people in and out and in, up and down, round and round, and side to side on that bed. Get rid of that shit. Burn that shit. Burn that sled bed and get you a poster bed. Period. So, Marie blames Latrice for inflicting pain. They talk about the situation. She blames Latrice for inflicting pain and hurt on Leticia. And this is bullshit. Because you are not going to act like Glendale isn't to blame. Glendale is the culprit. Glendale is the cheater. Glendale is the one who have the wife. Glendale was the one who slid into Mandy's DM, and not only just his DM, another whole DM, like, who's been entertaining other women. But we gonna put this on the back of Latrice. It's giving my anger for Latrice is getting ready to surface by way of my friend. No, you need a reason to be mad at her. Don't find a reason to be mad at her. If your friend ain't mad at her husband, but she want to stay mad at Latrice, that's crazy to me. I get it, but that's crazy to me. You got more smoke for everybody else but the nigga that lay next to you. The biggest snake that lay next to you. Anyway, Carrie and Matt, they have a surprise. She surprised Matt with an outside picnic. She tell him, He is her priority child. Is, I guess this scene was cute, but okay, she said she gonna show up for her man moving forward. Shout out to Miss Misha, y'all, because y'all, I like her. I love her channel. I love her. I love her down. Okay, so Letitia and Glenn, again, we having this conversation again. So I guess Glendale's stepdad is there, and Glendale tells him that God got you, and I'm just looking at his stepdad like, I guess y'all really gotta stop telling people stupid shit when they operate off of bad behavior. Like, Glendale behavior towards his wife is terrible, and you don't get to tell him God got him. I hope he catch something. Anyway, I'm sorry, we can't say that. We can't say that. Okay? Just don't give it to that lady. Anyway, Glendale said that he don't get why his family is always under attack. And they are always under attack for no reason. No reason at all. None. It's not me. It's not because I'm always in some woman's face. But it happens because, but I'm not the reason. And I'm just going to dodge accountability like we out here playing dodgeball on the playground. Okay? So his stepdad tells him, anytime he's doing good, expect bad things to happen. Again, this is another piece of bad advice to people who do stupid shit just to soothe their ego. We will not soothe Glendale's ego. He ain't shit. He always messing over that lady, and I am a firm believer that he does not like that girl. Letitia has been giving Glendale the silent treatment, and his stepdad tells him he's a good man. Glendale has not shown up to be a good man. So Glendale feels betrayed by Cliff and Latrice, the people he considered family. So Cliff just made you go out and do whatever it is that you were doing. Just because they brought Amanda around. You are pissed off at them, not because they portrayed you in a way because you didn't like that Amanda showed up and she busted you out. That's why you feel betrayed. So you're not just going to place it on Latrice's step. You're going to place it on Glendale's step. Cliff's step. But we're going to see how all of this pan out, this friendship between you and Cliff. How you been his lapdog for a long time. It's giving, now we need to get rid of the Rogers. So we can be that couple. So I can be the head nigga in charge over these niggas. And she can be the HBIC over the women. Maybe I'm reaching. Anyway, Letitia is making another deal with Glendale through her tears. She says since they recommitted to each other, she said recommit one more time, I am going to holler. She said if they recommit to each other, don't bring nobody around her, which means me and you had already made a pact. We made a deal. You have embarrassed me before. Don't embarrass me again. You can do whatever the hell you gonna do. Just don't bring these bitches on my doorstep. And that's what that was about. So Glendale tells Letitia it was Latrice that brought everybody around, but it was your ass that entertained them. You said something to them so they can go tell your wife something. She said there is so much hurt, and she said that there was so much in their marriage because they didn't prioritize each other. No. It was a lot going on in your marriage because the man you with isn't to be trusted. So what? You went on 2 dates while y'all were separated. Everything he done it while y'all was together. Again, why are you blaming yourself for his infidelities? Glendale said he looked at Cliff like an uncle. So now we gonna dodge accountability and we gonna place this on Cliff's doorstep. He said he was shocked that Cliff allowed something like this to happen in his house. Meaning, I'm shocked because you let my side chick in and you let her blast me out. All of this happened in your house, so I'm going to place blame on you. Glendale said that they don't give a about, that people don't give a F about him or their son. And they don't give a F about if they, he was saying that basically people don't give a F about me, you, or my son. And if they don't give a F about us, then they're dead to me. And of course, Letitia starts to cry. Again, you're trying to, it's almost like at this point, she uses her tears to make a deal with Glendale just to get him on the right track. The tears is just like, let me just get him on the right track. Let me use these tears so he can do what I need him to do. That's what it's giving me. Anyway, Letitia says she's upset because she's tired of people who genuinely love her hurt her, and she said she don't know who to trust, and why can't she receive what she give? Because you push out bullshit, ma'am. And all the negative, stupid ass shit you have done to people has now landed on your doorstep. So sit back and take your L, and you gonna go through this season because now it's your turn. And you want us, the viewers, to feel sorry for you, and I don't. I absolutely don't. I'm sorry. I am a girl's girl. I really am. I really, really am. But we have seen Letitia not to be a girl's girl based on all of the things you have done over the years to the women on your show. Oh yeah, we did mention her and Marie tried to fight Latrice. All of the stuff you did, and you didn't think that any of this was gonna show up on you. Hurt people. And that's what it gave me. Over the years you were hurt, so you decided to hurt other people in the process. And again, what you put out is what you get back. You are not a good person. You are not to me and not in my eyes. So yeah, no. She said that she thought she removed all the snakes from around her. Until you get rid of Glendale, that is your biggest op. Your nigga is your biggest op. And I'm a firm believer that once you get rid of your biggest op, your biggest enemy, the biggest snake, your life will flourish in a way that it was designed to. Anyway, Glendale goes over to apologize to Letitia. She tells Glendale, she's tired of people constantly planning her face. Glendale plays in your face all the time. I feel like you're saying all of these things, but you're not saying these things to Glendale, or you have said that to him over and over, and he has ignored your requests over and over because he don't respect you. And so she tells Glendale, if they're not good, then leave her alone. That is a blanket statement that you like to make because you're not ready to let Glendale go. You're not tired. You're not tired because you're going to keep going along with the bullshit. And now since you're on this show, you're definitely going to go along with the bullshit and play your sympathy card to get followers and viewers and, all of the things for people to feel sorry for you. Because as I'm looking on Twitter, she have a lot of followers. And that is cool. But not like this. Not like this, because you're now choosing to stay in something that is detrimental to your health, your mental health, your body. Let's start there. And your soul. Y'all, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I really wanted to cry through this review because it was pissing me off. Crying because it's triggering, and crying because I there's low-key a part of me almost feel bad for Letitia, but at the same time I can't, but because I do not like to see women hurting, it aggravated me. It aggravates me, and I just feel like you want to be hurt because you're not ready. And as the older people say, you're not tired yet. But and if you get tired, or whenever you get tired, you'll leave. or you'll let him go. So anyway, with all of this being said, y'all, I'm so sorry that this review was long-winded, but they pissed me off and I did not write down my notes. I really was just trying to freestyle through my notes. Y'all just please let me know what y'all think down in the comments. I know we have a lot of Letitia fans and stans and all of the things, and that is okay. But if y'all want to fight me in the comments, listen, go ahead and fight me in the comments. I'm just playing, y'all. No, for real, in real life. Let me know what y'all think. Drop it down in the comments, and I will see y'all tomorrow with Braxton Family Values. Bye.